My lesson is total utility and the marginal utility. Now we know that utility can be measured in terms of utils. What will happen to the consumer total utility? He keeps consuming a particular item. His total utility will gradually increase but at decreasing rate. Why? At a decreasing rate, let's examine this in detail. Suppose a situation where you are dying of thirst under the burning sun. Imagine the satisfaction or utility that you can get by drinking a bottle of cold drinks. The util will be very higher if you will drink another bottle just after the first one. What will be the util that you get from the second bottle? Normally, the util that you can get from the second bottle will be lower than that of a post first bottle. Likewise, the third bottle would bring you a lower utility than the utility, utility of the second one. Okay. Accordingly, the additional utility from the extra units gradually decrease in the utility from any type of good or service behaves in a similar way. That is normal and that is the human nature. What is total utility? That is the utility you get from consuming all the bottles in the above example. Then what is the marginal utility? That is the additional utility you can get from each extra unit consumed. What happens to the total utility in the consumption process? As long as you get some satisfaction, it is increasing. However, there will be a point in your consumption process where you would get any satisfaction from further consumptions of the particular good or service. Good or service. At that point, your total utility is at maximum. After this maximum point, total utility start decreasing. Here, Q, TU, MU. We know Q, number of units consumed. TU, total utility, MU equal marginal utility. If total utility is behavior in that manner, what about the utility which marks the total utility to behavior in that way? As long as the marginal utility mu as positive total utility tu is increasing, where mu is 0, tu is at its maximum, and when mu is negative, tu is decreasing. So, here this figure here, total utility, here Q, Tu, here O, A, maximum. This area, discretion. Okay. As long as the marginal utility or mu as positive, total utility or tu in increasing, where mu is 0, tu is at its maximum. Here, mu here, where mu is 0, tu is at its maximum, and when mu is negative, tu is decreasing. We can clarify this relationship with the following schedule and the figures. We know number of unities consumer Q, total utility mu, and marginal utility mu. where consumer 0 consumer units, number of units, 0 total utility, 0, and marginal utility 0. But here number of units consumer 10. After that PU 110, but marginal utility 2. We know TU equal function Q, and we know mu equal delta TU divide delta Q. So we know about that. Mu delta TU divide delta Q. Mu marginal utility TU total utility, delta TU changing in total utility, changing in utility, delta Q changing in the number of units consumed. This relationship is shown in the figure where TU is the total utility curve, total utility curve, mu is the marginal utility curve. Here you can see that the marginal utility mu is gradually decreasing. This nature is called the diminishing marginal utility. Diminishing marginal utility. It is very simple. The mu and tu, mu and tu. Here mu. Okay. Now always mu calculate tu function, tu equal function q. After that mu delta tu divide delta q, delta tu changing in total utility, and delta q change in the number of unit consumed. Okay. Today my lesson is